I was right backstage. Who's the one American here? We can be friends. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. So my name is Chris. You may have seen my photo up all around town. I'm kind of a big deal. I have my photo in all the fitness studios around town. I am the before picture. I hear there's another Chris right here, isn't there? Where are you, Chris? They're pointing at each other. My name is also Chris. It's nice to meet you. But you said you're from Bavaria. You said du kommst aus Bayern. Ah, okay, good to know. Yeah. But my name is also Chris. I was actually born in Germany also, but I grew up in the United States. And my parents named me Chris because they wanted a name that would work well in both cultures. And as we see, this works, right? But the problem is Chris is a really popular name. And so in school growing up in the US, there was always this other Chris in my class, Chris Jensen. Yeah, that's right. Fuck Chris Jensen. But having two Chris's in the class was really confusing, right? And so my class one year, they decided to take a vote on what to call Chris Jensen and what to call me. And they were taking a vote as a very American democratic process. And they took a vote and they were deciding maybe like Chris 1 and Chris 2. That didn't really work. They thought like maybe Chris J and Chris A, but that sounded too similar. And so eventually they took a vote and they decided to call Chris Jensen Chris J, and they called me faggot. And I moved right back to Germany. Thank you for being so welcoming here. I recently came back from vacation. I was in South America for a couple weeks. Any South Americans here in the audience? You guys are not that quiet normally, eh? Where are you from, sir? Ecuador? Ah, okay. Very interesting. So I'm American, right? So my sense of geography is terrible. For the longest time, I just thought, that's not the joke yet. I'll tell you that. No, so I just thought, for the longest time, I thought everything south of the border was Mexico, right? So anyway, like Ecuador, I was in Peru for a couple weeks for vacation. Peru is one of these Mexican countries. And I was hiking through the Andes. I was on this awesome vacation. I was hiking through the Andes. I went to Machu Picchu. It was really high up. The altitude was very, very high. It was higher than any of the points in Germany, right? I think, what's the highest point in Germany? It's Zugspitze, right? Yeah, and what is it, like 2,900 meters or something? Yeah, so the Andes where I was were higher than everything in Germany, and I was really nervous about getting altitude sickness because I heard it's a real thing. So I arrived there a couple days early, and I made sure to acclimate myself to the altitude. I really wanted to make sure that I was okay. And a couple days before I started hiking, I was in Cusco, and I was like, 7:45 in the evening, and I was doing some shopping. And I started feeling like shortness of breath and a little bit nervous and anxious. And I'm like going shopping and I can't like catch my breath and I feel really nervous. And it's like 8 minutes to the evening and I collapse right in front of the grocery store. I faint right in front of the grocery store. And a bunch of really nice Mexican people came over and they took care of me. And one of them was a doctor, and he came over and he immediately diagnosed me with a disease called Bavarian retail anxiety. I don't know if you're familiar with this disease. This is a disease where it's 8 minutes to 8 on a Saturday. And you haven't done your shopping yet. And you're walking into the grocery store and you're like, I'm not going to be able to go to Lidl in time, and I'm not going to get the Spargel that I want to get, and they're going to leave me to die on a Sunday in Bavaria. But the doctor was a very nice guy. He's like, don't worry, you're in the free country of Mexico. Everything's open 24/7 here, it's okay. Despite my terrible personality, I do have a girlfriend. Thank you. Not a very common trait among comedians. No, but she's wonderful. She's a really great girl, and it's great because so we have a very interesting relationship because her native language is Russian and my native language is English, and we're together here in Germany. So that means together we speak English. Because I'm lazy and I'm not a communist. Anybody else here in the crowd dating somebody whose first language isn't the same as their own? Yeah, a lot of people. Good. I'd love to see it. Maybe so you in the back shirt, sir in the white shirt, maybe you can, not you, black shirt. No, maybe both of you. So maybe you can take a page out of my book. So my girlfriend, whose native language is Russian, she really likes it when I do this kinky thing in bed, where I correct her grammar. Like, so I just got back from vacation, right, and we're having our first alone time together in a long time, or, she's really happy to see me again, and she gets up close to me and she whispers in my ear, "Chris, I am waiting for this since 3 weeks." And I whisper back, "That's not the past perfect continuous." And ladies and gentlemen, that is how babies are made. It's great to date a wonderful girl, though, because for so long I was just dating really shitty people. Anybody here dated shitty people before? Clap. Yeah, we all have. We've all been there before. And so I was just dating really shitty people for a long time. I made this rule for myself when dating called the campsite rule. Has anybody heard of the campsite rule before? No? So the campsite rule says that if you have to leave a relationship, you should leave it as good as or better than you found it. Just like a campsite. It's a good rule, right? Because it helps me become a better camper. It makes sure the tent can still get fucked by other campers later. But I found a loophole in this rule where I just only started visiting campsites that looked like they had already been attacked by bears. It was a mess. Campsites like these are fun for like 1 or 2 nights, right? But you can't live at these campsites. Campsites like these are why we have the wildfires in California. It's why I have gonorrhea. It was a whole mess. I think the term bullshit is kind of a weird word. Isn't bullshit a weird word? Because, well, bullshit means something fake, right? Oh, that's bullshit, that's fake. But bullshit is a real thing. So I think we should change the word to match the definition a little bit more, right? Instead of saying, "Oh, that's bullshit, that's fake," say something a little bit more unbelievable. Like, "Oh, that is great German customer service." Thank you guys so much. That's my friend.